it's Tez. I'm doing a hair transformation video for you guys today because last time I changed my hair, I forgot to record it, and I know some of you were a little bit bummed about that, so I'm gonna try to make up for that by recording everything today. So about 10 weeks ago, I went from black to red, and I love red. It's awesome. It's been a lot of fun. But you guys know that I get bored with stuff, especially right now because I'm home and on sick leave. And yeah, I have to find stuff to pass the time and I get bored. So it's time to do some changes. And like 3 weeks ago, maybe 3.5 weeks ago, I chopped off a big bunch of the hair that I had. It was maybe down to here, so I took like 2/3 of the length off. And I just love having super short hair, and it's been growing out for those weeks now, so it's gotten a little bit longer. So I'm gonna do a small trim on this length just to have it so really short, so that basically all I have to do is just like fluff it like this and maybe spray it and I'm done. I'm just not in the mood to style my hair at all at the moment, so it's just easier to have it really short. And I know some of you were like, shave it all off, which I have done before, but I kind of want to just have a little bit left that I can play around with color and just get a little bit of texture to it. So I'm not going to shave it all off, just keep a little bit of hair, you know, just because it's fun. So I'm going to start by doing that, and I'm going to leave the undercut the way it is because, I don't know, I like this slightly longer undercut. I used to shave it as close to the skin as possible, and now I shave it to like 6mm instead. I don't know, it's nice, and it gives off a little bit more color. So what I'm going to do today is open this bag of goodies from Blue Fox, which is where I bought these products today. What I have is a bleaching kit by Directions. I have the 40 volume one. And then I have dye in the tone Lilac, which is a bright purple. So I'm going to bleach the top of it, like everything except for the undercut, because I like the undercut to be my natural hair color. I like the contrast of those two. I'm going to mix in lilac with a bit of conditioner to not get the full potency of that color. And I have quite the outgrowth, as I'm sure you can see, because I have recently become fond of having outgrowth. Like before, I used to hate outgrowth. Now I think it just looks cool and gives some texture to the hair. So I am gonna bleach down to the roots today, yes, but the next time I bleach it, I'm gonna try to leave the roots alone so that my natural hair color can show through a little bit, because I think it's pretty cool. But let's get started with a bit of a trim first. Using regular hair trimming scissors and a comb, and I also have my Remington trimmer handy if I'm going to need that or not. We'll see. I'm just going to try cutting it by hand as much as I can, but it is pretty short, so it might be tricky in some spots. But I'll give it a try. So I'm done with the front and the top. I'm just going to move around because I do have a mirror in the back here so that I can turn around and see in the big mirror, which I'm shooting into, what I do in the back. So if you are interested in trying to cut your own hair or for styling it and dyeing it as well, it's a really good idea to have two mirrors like facing each other like this, because you can see all the way around. My hair is now nice and short, and only the tips are still that pink, like the remaining of the red. So we should be able to get a nice purple color. So it's time to break out the bleaching kit, and this bleach you can use on dry hair. And that's what my sink looks like right now. So the Directions bleaching kit, whoops, comes complete with all this stuff. If you haven't bleached your hair before, I recommend using the instructions, but I've done this seriously since I was 13, which is 20 years ago, so I don't need to read the instructions. But yeah, you do that if you haven't bleached before, or if you haven't tried this actual product before. So it comes with the bleach in powder form, the cream peroxide, a small brush for application, plastic gloves to protect those hands, a head cap if you want to use that. That's not a must, but it's supposed to help the bleach develop a little bit faster, I suppose. And then there's a moisturizing shampoo. And then there's also this little mixing container that everything is in, so you don't have to use your own bowl or anything like that, which is great. Since I have a ridiculously little amount of hair, I'm definitely not going to need this full pack. I'm going to need like a third or a fourth of it. A full pack is supposed to be enough for shoulder length, like pretty medium thick hair. So if you have extremely long hair or really thick hair, you might need to get 2 packs. I'm mixing this in the sink to make sure that I don't get bleach on anything. Don't wear any clothes that you care about when you bleach your hair, because everything will be damaged if you get bleach on them. That's why I'm sort of naked in here right now. Alright, starting off by opening the cream peroxide and pouring out about a third of this into the plastic container. And then opening the powder bleach, which is totally blue, and then putting in a third of that. And then I'm getting out the brush and using that to blend these two together. It's nice and creamy and all blended. So it's time to put the gloves on. If you're not going to bleach your sides and you want to protect them, you can put some Vaseline over them. But I'm going to try to be meticulous today and not fuck shit up, but you never know what happens. Once I've gone all the way around the edges, I'm going to use my fingers to apply everything to the middle of the hair. Alright, I've used up my third of the mix. I'm going to leave this in now, and you can leave it in from 30 minutes up to 90 minutes depending on the effect that you want and the color of your hair before you start out. So I'll probably need to leave this in for like 45 minutes or something. I'll let you know once I'm happy with it. So yeah, I'm just gonna go make some lunch while I leave this in. Oh, and the best way to take off these gloves without getting freaking bleach all over is to turn them inside out. And then you put the first one in the other one, and then turn that one inside out. Haha, like a little doggy poopy bag. So it's been an hour since I put the bleach in, and I don't think it's getting any lighter than this, so I'm gonna rinse and then get cracking on the lilac. So this is my hair right now. I'm just gonna towel dry it lightly. So it's a yellowish blonde with just a little bit of like a peach hint where the red used to be. So it got very well bleached, I have to say. So I think the lilac is going to make a nice contrast onto this. So I'm just going to be mixing some conditioner with the lilac into a cup. Lilac is not a super dark purple color. It's pretty light on its own, so I'm not going to need to use that much conditioner, but you can totally dilute any color from Directions or all of these brands really if you want just a less potent version of that color. Getting a clean brush, scooping some of this up into the cup, about this much I think, and then adding the conditioner and then mixing away. It is a good idea to add conditioner to the dye because you get to repair a little bit of the damage that the bleach has caused as well. It's nice and mixed, so let's put it in my hair. Alright, I'm gonna leave this in for like 40 minutes and then rinse and then hopefully be happy with the look. It's been like 35 or 40 minutes now, and while I waited for this to take action, I put some makeup on, and I'm super excited about the lilac, so yeah, I went a little crazy with, with lilac tones in the makeup as well. So it's time to rinse and then style and then be done. Alright, so other than like a couple of not super visible streaks that are slightly more pink toned than lilac, I think this turned out just the way that I wanted it. So it's a nice, cold, silvery lilac now. So all the styling I'm going to do to this really is just let it dry, which is going to take like 5 minutes because it's so short. And then just like spray it and fluff it a little bit and then be done. Hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you have any questions about the products or anything about this whole process, put those in the comments and I'll reply as soon as I can. If not, thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys!